What was the Merovingian role in the Carolingian Renaissance? Imagine a time when Europe was reshaping itself after the fall of the Western Roman Empire. The story of how the early Frankish rulers influenced this transformation is fascinating. The Merovingian dynasty, ruling from the 5th to the mid-8th century, played a key part in shaping the political and cultural landscape that later made the Carolingian Renaissance possible. While they weren't the ones to kick off the cultural revival, their groundwork set the stage for what was to come. The Merovingians united much of what is now Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, and parts of France and Germany. They created a relatively stable political environment after chaos, which allowed future rulers to build on their foundations. They also helped develop early legal systems, like the Edict of Paris in 614, which aimed to curb corruption and protect local interests. These laws influenced later reforms by the Carolingians. The Merovingian kings, although losing some power over time, still held judicial authority and maintained some influence in governance. When the Carolingian dynasty rose to power, they inherited these early structures and expanded upon them. The Carolingian Renaissance, which took place during the late 8th and 9th centuries under Charlemagne and his successors, was a cultural revival inspired by the Roman Empire and Christian traditions. It focused on restoring classical learning, improving Latin literacy, and reforming the church and laws. The Merovingian influence is seen in the political geography of the region and the early institutions that the Carolingians refined. The decline of the Merovingians created space for the Carolingians to rise, and their cultural revival spread across the territories once ruled by the Merovingians. In the Benelux region, for example, the Merovingian legacy laid the groundwork for later reforms. The Carolingian Renaissance brought literacy, legal reforms, and religious organization that helped unify and strengthen these territories. So, in a way, the Merovingians were the first chapter in a long story of influence, setting the stage for the cultural and political rebirth that followed. Their role was more about creating the initial conditions for growth, which the Carolingians then transformed into a flourishing period of learning and reform.